Well, hello, my beautiful friends, and welcome back to my channel. I am really excited about today's video because we are officially transitioning into the spring and summer months, and I have so much I want to do to prepare. If you're new here, my name is Nicholsen. I love to share all things homemaking here on my channel. That's cooking, cleaning, decorating, and a lot of gardening as we head into the spring and summer months. And if you're returning, it is so great to see you. Okay, let's jump into this beautiful day. So as many of you know, I took about 2 weeks off and we took our kids down to Mexico for a really long spring break trip where we just played. I got off screens, got off work, my husband wasn't working, and it was just such a great reset. But I'll be honest, every time I do trips like that, where I take an extended amount of time away from the house, I have a really hard time getting myself kind of refocused. And so I always use my little method, my undone method of just kind of taking it day by day, one space at a time. So right now I'm really focused on the main spaces of the house. So the kitchen and the living room and the entryway, just kind of getting things reset, get the kids a spot for their backpacks, which has been a really rough thing for this house. As many of you know, the layout of this house doesn't really have a place to land when you first walk in. You walk into dining room and living room and staircase. So I'm thinking of building in one of those kind of entryway banquettes, and I don't know, we'll talk about that in a future video, but for today I wanted to kind of get all the spaces reset before I started to design what that would look like, because I'm not quite sure what I want there, like things like keys, mail, purses, backpacks, shoes, you name it. I kind of want that to be your first and last stop in the house. But today I'm just going to be doing a couple of things to kind of just slowly reset the main spaces. And then I also ran to Trader Joe's to get some flowers. I felt like the house really needed it, like a nice fresh, bouquet, as well as some candles. And then I also went to our local nursery, which is Van Winden's here where I live. And I was so lucky because typically I miss their first drop of all of their tomatoes. As many of you know, the last 3 years I was not able to get San Marzanos, and those are my favorite for making paste. And my mom used to make them all the time, and so I always tried to do them from seed start, but this year spring break was a little bit right in the middle of the time I would have done that, and I didn't want them to die while we were traveling, and I was traveling a lot already this year. Anyway, so I got there, they had San Marzanos, they had Romas, which is another hard one to get, and all the peppers that I wanted except cayenne peppers. So I'm going to try back again next week. They said they're going to get them in, but I was able to get everything I wanted to get the garden planted. So today, when I get done with just kind of resetting my main areas, I have so much laundry to do, so many dishes. I wanted to deep clean this kitchen, but today I want to at least get things tidied up, and then we're going to head out to the garden. I'll show you what's going on out there. It's quite messy. At this moment, I haven't done anything. I let it kind of go for the rest of the winter. We have beets in there, we have onions that are just not growing, and I'm not willing to forego my summer growing garden because that is definitely my favorite for the sake of those onions. I think eventually the heat is going to ruin them anyway, so we're going to uproot all of that, get it ready, and then we're going to start the process of planting. Now, tomorrow we are heading to our local feed store, got all of our chickens in. So we're going to have, I think we have 10 brand new baby chicks coming, and I cannot wait for you to meet all of them. I'd love to take a moment and thank today's video sponsor and also the fuel of today's energy I'm going to need because we have so much to get into. I know you guys have seen this brand Armra all over the place, and I finally got my hands on it, and I have to tell you, this has been one of the most incredible additions to my daily routine. So if you aren't familiar with Armra colostrum is a whole food that reinforces your inner immune system. So think about things like immune health, gut health, metabolism, skin health, energy, fitness recovery, hair growth, things like that are so important as we are aging. What I love about Armra colostrum is it helps strengthen your body's body's barriers to help maintain the integrity of your gut lining, your body's skin, against things like everyday toxins, pollutants, processed foods. So if you are somebody like me who is looking to have a more healthy lifestyle, Armora has you covered. This will not only help run a better, healthier gut for you, immunity, metabolism, hair, skin, fitness, all of those things. You can scoop it into your favorite beverage every morning. After over a month of enjoying this every single day, I have found so many benefits, and I highly recommend you guys check it out. If you want to join me, there is a beautiful QR code here on the screen where you can save up to 15% off your first order. And thank you to Armora for sponsoring today's video and the last month. I absolutely love this. I have a full subscription to it because this has been a massive game changer for me. You guys gotta check it out. It's so funny, this little area and these stools up here are kind of that area in our house that becomes a bit of a catch-all of like little things, mail, hair things, pens, batteries, just like, it's so funny. And you guys could tell us in the comments down below, like, what are those funny areas of your house where people just dump random things? And for whatever reason, this right here, this corner of this area is where there was like a stapler and some string. And again, I'm really looking forward to finding a nice system for our entryway. I want to do like maybe a nice storage bench, somewhere to put shoes and stuff, and then like baskets for kind of those items. And then I did get some baskets for the staircase that I've been putting the kids stuff in, but to be honest, they just walk right past it. So sometimes I just will ask all of them to come downstairs, and then we will take everything out of the baskets and they have to collect their items. And if they're unspoken for items that belong to our family but nobody wants anymore, I will just take it and put it in the garage to have it donated. But that has been kind of the rhythm I've been going through since we got home from this trip. Kind of also taking the time to go through their closets. So the things we put back, because we had so much laundry, I was able to get rid of 21 bags of clothes and like sheets and things that we no longer need in our house. So we were able to donate that and shoes. It was like a whole thing. I do have a couple decluttering videos coming up, one of which is our hall closet, which I don't think I've ever shown you guys. And there's good reason. It is it is stuffed. Like you have to like shut it real fast when you open it because everything will fall out. But there are a ton of coats in there that I think this is probably the last year my kids will use them. So we'll be getting rid of that as well, and just slowly getting this house a little bit more organized. I'm decluttering a lot, staying out of places where I'm going to overconsume things I don't need. Although I am looking for a very large mixing bowl. I saw one on Amazon, but it was like $60, and I'm looking for like a 16 or 30 quart one, like a big one. So if you guys know of a good one that's affordable but really durable, please let me know. But other than that, I'm just trying to enjoy the things we have. Now, when we finished Easter and I undecorated everything from Easter, I actually went through bin by bin and got rid of at least half of my stuff. Like I've said in previous videos, my kids are getting older and they're wanting to spend more quality time together. And that leaves me kind of in a weird predicament where decorating the house for a season where we might not even be here just seems like not a waste of time, but just something that no longer kind of suits my lifestyle. One of the things I love about my channel is we grow together here. So different seasons of my life you guys have experienced, when I had little kids and doing little crafts and stuff, all the way up until now. I've got 3 more years and I will be the mother of a college student. So many things are changing here. I'm trying to find a cadence of peace around the house that doesn't involve things like decorating as much anymore, but gardening, taking care of little areas where they need decorating, and again, where seasons are changing in my house. It's so amazing over on the Undone community, which if you're not already a member, it's linked down below. We are in the middle of our April reset, but one of the things I will tell you over there that we really talk about is there are so many different women in so many different seasons of their life, whether it's just getting married, just having a baby, getting a divorce, separated, empty nesting, becoming a grandparent, downsizing. Like there's just so many wonderful, beautiful women over there that have so much experience that we get to share and just kind of grow and feel supported. So I have been loving that. In the next month or two to come, I'll be launching a couple new things over there, like podcasts, and I've got a bunch of blogs I've been working on, really showcasing what I am learning from these women, as well as things I have experienced in my own life. Again, if you're new here, I have 4 children ranging between 10 and 14. Well, he'll be 15 in a couple weeks, but for me, I have learned so many things and I love to share them here. But as the seasons in my life have changed, I've tried to turn to things that are a little bit more soft and slow in my lifestyle, like putting up flowers instead of going all out in decorations. All right, let me show you how everything's coming together, and then I want to take you out to the garden and show you what a mess it is. I am so excited. Okay, it's about 1 o'clock. Well, hello, babies. Tomorrow, I think, is when we get our new baby chicks, which I'm very excited about. You guys have to be nice. What is this? This isn't going to help. This isn't helpful. Hi, broody girls. Look how broody you guys are. Ooh, wee. Broody little monsters. All right. Anyway, let's show you what we're going to work with today. So we've got peppers, tomatoes, zucchini. I don't know, like a bunch of stuff. So we're going to start by ripping out a couple things. I think this could probably be clipped back and we could still continue to harvest this because it's super delicious. I have a feeling we are going to end up moving these. Look at how beautiful. Wow, that's so pretty. Probably harvest a bunch of this today too. And probably take a look at our beets, see what we have going on here. Oh yeah, they're looking pretty good. Ooh, not that one. Like these big stock ones probably have some good sized beets in there. I think I've told you guys, I'm not like a huge beet fan. I don't know why I planted so many. But, you know, they're pretty good size. So we might end up harvesting these and pickling them. I think would be really good. Yeah, we got a lot to do in here. And then over here, we have some onions. Okay, I know I said this last time, I wasn't sure, but I'm pretty sure now that these are leeks. It smells good. So I'm probably going to end up harvesting some of these because I don't want to be planting these forever. Yeah, I'm pretty sure these are leeks. And then these over here, I think, are the onions. Like, let me feel in here. Okay, that guy has a long ways to go. Yeah, I'll probably end up pulling these all out and just cutting them up and eating them. Because I just don't think we did what we were supposed to. I tried. Onions, fail. So, what we'll do is, I'll get some music on out here. We're going to go ahead and pull all this out. These are the peppers from last year. I'm actually going to get rid of them. They are not, there's no way they're going to propagate anything. They smell good though. Funny how sometimes the root system has like the scent. Like this completely didn't work. Yeah. And then the other thing we'll do today is probably tidy up this area. Not entirely sure what happened here, but we'll want to tidy that up. I'm gonna go get my umbrella. Hey, Henry. How are you, buddy? We got our blink camera. Hello, Henry. How are you? Somebody wrote down a comment that I look like a crazy cat lady. And I was like, what? When have I not looked like a crazy cat lady? What are you talking about? Where have you been? All right, I'm gonna go get my umbrella and then we're gonna get started on this beautiful garden. I was moving the umbrella stand and there were a bunch of like little bugs under here, so I decided to go grab Blanca and let her eat them. It's good protein for her, plus she needs to get out of her broody little mood. I have to tell you, I'm a little nervous with how broody she is and bringing in the new baby chickens. Now, we've had Blanca for over 5 years. Well, 6 years actually. And I will tell you, she is very, very, very chill with new chickens. She always has been, as we've had many, many chickens throughout the years. We only have 2 of our original chickens, which is Coco Me and Blanca, which again are 6 years old, which is, you know, a pretty long life for a chicken. So I know she'll be fine. Lucy might be a little bit fussy. She tends to be kind of our most like kind of bossy little chicken, if you will. While I was in the garden, I had this beautiful little ladybug land on me and flew away. It was just so beautiful and just a perfect sign of spring. So I know I said in the beginning, which I do this often, you know, I think I'm going to keep some of these. And what I ended up doing was kind of clipping them back and then realizing this is our rainbow shard. But I started realizing like we aren't going to get as much fun out of these as I think we will. So I ended up slowly clipping them back, and then I kept this garden bed open for the chickens because they love eating from here, and I do still currently have a couple of them out in the garden, but I ended up clipping them way back and letting the chickens have fun. Now they have a dirt bath in their chicken coop area, but they love to get into mine and they just come up here and get all cleaned up, and I love that. But I'm a little sad because now they won't have their little dirt bath, which they absolutely love to be in. So the other thing I have is a couple bags we're going to be planting all of our herbs in as well. Now, if you have any interest in my birdie beds, which if you guys are interested, we completely ripped this garden out and then switched over to these birdie beds. I will have that link down below, and the company where I get all of my seeds and gardening equipment from as well. They do a great job, and I just love how durable their items are. Okay, the kids just got home from school. Well, they got home a little bit ago, but I was on the phone. So I had some seeds out. I love Epic Garden seeds. This is their pickling one. And then here are some of the other ones I've kind of had for a long time. This is from Baker Creek. This is the heirloom seeds. I love these. They're awesome. Been using those for a long time as well. Here's everything I pulled out. These are all the onions that I was able to grow this year. Not great, but also awesome. So what I'm going to do is actually process these tonight and pickle them. I think that'd be really fun and super tasty. And then here's where we are with the garden. So I'm going to transplant these into bags for the time being. And then I have these I need to continue to clip down. Like I don't know if I'm going to keep these. I don't know what I'm doing right now. And then here's everything we got from the plant store. So I'm going to get these kind of going. We are going to probably move those, put peppers back in that garden this year. It gets a lot of sun, so I know whatever I plant there is going to be really happy. This one doesn't get all day sun, but it gets quite a bit, so I'm going to be putting things like my zucchinis over here and my pickles, because they don't mind that little shade towards later part of the day. But anyway, that's what we're going to do. I want to make lots of pickles, lots of jalapenos, lots of hot sauce this year. So let's kind of get this laid out. You two need to go. I need to put them in a minute. But first, let's get that transplanted. I'm going to put these right in these bags here. Once I kind of get them in the spot that I want them to be in, we'll go ahead and fill them up with the soil and get them going. I don't think these need to have all day sun. So I think what I want to do is, this will be kind of the seeding area. I'll do one here and maybe one over there. And then for the chickens, we will probably just have them not out this summer. We don't really get any sun over here, so it makes it a little difficult, but I think it's going to be great. I'm really looking forward to it. Okay, I'm mumbling. We need to get to work. You say hi, Tuna? Tuna. Yeah, come here. Here we go. All right, I'm going to move her, and then we're going to get started. Guys, both my phone and my camera have died. I have got like maybe 2 minutes, and I gotta go inside and take a quick shower, get the dinner started. But let me give you a quick overview before this dies. Okay, so we have everything here. What I'm gonna do is just take these guys and put them around these. So the chickens, because I don't want to put them in, it's so beautiful out. Okay, this isn't... I'm having a rough day, guys. I'm not gonna lie. Like, in the middle of filming, one of my girlfriends called, was having an absolute panic attack over life. We've all been there, right? Mm-hmm. So I had to stop what I was doing because I love her. But now I'm like 2 hours behind. And I'm just like not functioning well at the moment. It's because I'm still getting over this awful cold. You guys ever feel that feeling like when you're sick and just meh, everything sucks? It's one of those days. But the garden's looking good. We're gonna plant this stuff in the morning after I get the kids off to school. Here's where we have left over here. All the beds have been watered. I fertilized them and I mixed the soils. Here are the herbs that we moved over. They're a little bit droopy right now because I just watered them, but give them a day or two, they'll perk right back up. They should be fine. I got them all the way down to their very, very, very bottom roots, so they should be absolutely fine. We'll plant some seedlings in here for our succession planning, but since I'm not going to start planting tonight, this gives me a little extra time to actually decide what I'm gonna plant in each bed. Now that I've been out here, so these two beds get the most sun, and that one gets the least. So
what I'm going to do is do a little bit of research just to make sure I have everything planned. But again, I think I'm going to do cucumbers, pickles down there, and then my tomatoes down here because they get way more sun, and my peppers. So doing things a little different. Last year, remember, I put zucchinis and eggplants over here. So we're going to flop that this year. And you know, I love these birdie beds. These things are incredible. I'm so happy we did this. Not only do I have way more space, but I also have, they're just stronger. And then when we're done with all of this, I will spray them down just to make them all shiny and good and new. And then those bags are also from Epic Gardening as well. So we got that going on. I also have these we're going to put in for a couple places where I'm going to do some seed starts because I've been kind of working on that a little bit, but I gotta end the gardening portion of today's video. I'm gonna head and take a shower, and then I'll see you guys in the kitchen because we are going to process all of these onions tonight, and I might get dinner started. So I don't know what I did just get my butcher box in, so we'll see kind of what we get from that. But yeah, see how nice that is? Just take that right into the kitchen. All right, guys, let's head in.
I decided to wait a day to actually make those onions. I'm going to brine them, but I'll be sharing that in tomorrow's video. I have so much to share with you guys. Coming up, a lot of new recipes, a lot of gardening, a lot of all the things. But I love Butcher Box. I get this once a month, and I usually get a lot of things like bacon, you know, chicken, things like that I go through a lot. But it's perfect for weeks like this, especially when, you know, like I said, I'm coming back from vacation and I'm just a little slow. So it was nice to be able to just pull those items out and then just go through them throughout the week. I really, really do enjoy that. But anywho, the one other thing I wanted to do is clean all of these onions. I had a nice YouTube video going on while I was processing these. So all I did was clean them, kind of strip them, pull off the roots, and cut down the green parts. I am going to brine these, and I'll share that again in tomorrow's video. I think these are going to turn out super yummy. I shared this over on my Instagram. You all had some really great ideas, so we'll see how that goes. The other thing I did was pulled out a little bit of dough. I wanted to make a little focaccia bread. I was going to make cornbread with our ribs, but I didn't have the stuff I needed for it, so I ended up just pulling out some focaccia. This is real easy. I get those little packs of 3 little white bread dough loaves, and then I will just push them down with a little olive oil and some Italian seasoning. It's really easy and delicious. My mom used to make this all the time when I was little. You guys know I've gone in and out of making my own bread, and one of my girlfriends has perfected sourdough. So I'm gonna go over to her house and actually do like a tutorial on how to get my mother started, and hopefully this summer I can really try to take the time and make bagels and some bread, because I really do love having it, but I just don't have the patience. So we'll see what ends up happening, but I'll be sharing that process with you guys as well.
Okay, so here is our focaccia, which turned out brilliant. So we'll have that. And then here are the ribs. Okay, fall off the bone, delicious. I'm gonna make some baked beans, and I'll show you how it all comes together.
Okay guys, we are done with today's video. I was able to get the garden started, make a gorgeous dinner. We're gonna eat with the fam, and then I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video where we get the garden planted and we also have some baby chicks. All right guys, I'll see you in the next video real soon. Bye.